Hey everyone, so today I discovered this new thing called Lyrebird. It's a pretty cool website. It's currently in beta, but anybody can pretty much sign up. You can create your own account or you can just log in with your Google/Facebook. So why would you even check out this site? Well, they have this cool thing that basically creates your own digital voice. And what that means is you sit there and record a bunch of recordings, essentially, which will give the software enough data to then come up with a pretty accurate representation of your voice, right? So the more you record, obviously, the more data, and therefore the better the recording ends up being. And then obviously it's going to mimic your voice a lot better. So the first thing you do is just go in there and give it a lot of data. So you just start reading these sentences. So I'm using a Samsung mic that gives me the best chance of creating an accurate representation. So far I've done about 30 recordings, so I'm going to go ahead and give it some more data just to kind of see if it gets better with all of that extra data or not. So let's just check it out. The builder placed a brick onto the plank of wood so it would bend into shape. So then once you do that, you can listen in.
The builder placed a brick onto the plank of wood so it would bend into shape.
So now that I'm happy with the fact that it's kind of captured my voice accurately, I'm just gonna go ahead and say validate. You also have the option to record again, just in case you want to go ahead and give it a better recording. So I'm gonna go ahead and validate that, and that'll join my list of 32 valid recordings, which is now 33. So as you can see over here, it shows you all the samples you recorded. You can delete that. You can also re-record it if you felt that you didn't get it right the first time. Now, obviously, I logged in with my Facebook, as you saw earlier, so there is that little concern that you're essentially giving them a whole lot of data and then tying it all to your voice. Now we're starting to get into that insidious, creepy area, so I will be deleting all of this. I'm just kind of doing this for, shits and giggles. So you get the point. So I'm gonna cut this video to the conclusion. And the conclusion is that, it's a pretty decent software, and let's see what it's come up with now. So I'm going to go ahead and create my digital voice. It's going to recreate it because I already, have some recordings on there. Just to kind of give you an idea, let me just go ahead and give it something to say out loud, and you can be the judge of whether it's even done a halfway decent job. Let's take a listen.
Pick any time, and there will be a lot of people running much faster and much slower than you. More importantly, a mile at any pace is better than sitting at home on the couch, which is what most people are doing.
So a little robotic. There's not a whole lot of, I don't know. You can just tell that it was a robot, but I'm assuming that it gets better. So let me just try something simple, just one word. Oh, kind of said that really fast. Let me try. Let me try that. I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but okay.
Hello, world.
Yeah, so it just sounds kind of robotic. Mind you, this is a beta, and this was, extremely recent. So I'm assuming that over time and with all of the other samples, it's going to do a much better job. But then this raises a lot of implications as well. What are people going to be able to do with this? Not everything's going to be good. Not everything's going to be positive. I'm sure there's going to be people using this technology as it gets better to pull off scams or to, there's other uses as well. But I can think of a lot of negatives and downsides. So, what is your take on all this? Is this too much? Do you see any potential uses for this beyond the obvious ones, which are pranking and scamming people? Sure, I mean, you could use this for creative projects, right? I mean, there's a whole lot of copyright issues that might come into play. So, just interesting to kind of think of where we're headed and all the implications in terms of Lyrebird and other technology similar to this. So leave your thoughts in the comments and thanks for watching.